Voyager1 and 2 are the first two spacecraft who successfully traveled into the interstellar space. Today, we will take you to get to know these two spaceships. Voyager1 is an unnamed space probe launched by NASA on September 5, 2017. It was launched in 1977 under the Voyager program, 16 days after the launch of Voyager 2, a mission to study the outer reaches of the solar system and interstellar space, the furthest part of the territory. Heliosphere. Currently, the spacecraft has been in space for 45 years, 5 months, 8 days, and continue to communicate with Earth via the Deep Space Network to receive routine commands and send data back to Earth real time. Distance and speed data of the spacecraft can be found on the NASA website. Currently, with the distance of the probe far from Earth about 155.8 AU, making Voyager1 is the furthest man-made object from Earth. The probe's mission is to hover Jupiter, Saturn, and the moon Titan, which differs from the original flight plan is to hover Pluto without passing by the moon Titan, but later changed. The flight plan is to hover over the moon Titan, which is more important by aiming at atmosphere. Voyager1 has surveyed the weather, magnetic field condition, and the rings of both Jupiter and Saturn. It is also the first probe to take detailed images of these planetary satellites, following its primary mission in the Voyager program as well as its twin probe Voyager 2. The Voyager1 probe received additional missions to identify and study the outer space region influenced by the solar wind or heliosphere, and start exploring interstellar probes. Voyager1 made history by becoming the first probes to pass through the heliopause into interstellar media region on August 25, 2012. 2 years later, Voyager1 experienced a tidal wave from the coronal mass ejection until its end on December 15, 2014, confirming that the spacecraft was in the stellar medium. In late 2017, Voyager teams successfully ignited the series of trajectory control jet machines, which had been inactive since 1980s. As a result, the spacecraft mission time can be extended for another 2 to 3 years. Voyager1 is expected to continue this mission until 2025. The radioisotope heating would not produce enough electrical power to power the scientific instrument inside the rover, and after that it drifts aimlessly as the wandering object in space. Voyager 2 is a space probe launched by NASA on August 20, 1977, to study the outer planets and interstellar space beyond the Sun heliosphere. As a part of the Voyager program, it was launched 16 days before its twin, Voyager 1, on a trajectory that took longer to reach gas than Jupiter and Saturn, but enabled further encounters with ice giant Uranus and Neptune. Voyager2 remained the only spacecraft to have visited either of the ice giant planet. Voyager2 was the fourth of 5 spacecraft to achieve solar escape trajectory, which allowed it to leave the solar system. Voyager2 successfully fulfilled its primary mission of visiting the Jovian system in 1979 and the Saturnian system in 1981, Uranian system in 1986, and the Neptunian system in 1989. The spacecraft is now in its intended mission of studying interstellar space. It has been operating for 45 years, 5 months, and 25 days. As of February 15, 2023, as of February 8, 2023, it has reached a distance of 133.22 AU from Earth. The probe entered interstellar space on November 5, 2028 at a distance of 122 AU from the Sun and moving at a velocity of 15.341 km per second. Relative to the Sun, Voyager2 has left the Sun heliosphere and traveling through the interstellar medium, a region of outer space beyond the influence of solar system. Joining Voyager1, which reached interstellar system in 2012, Voyager2 has begun to provide the first direct measurements of density and temperature of interstellar plasma. Voyager2 remains the contact with Earth through the NASA Deep Space Network. In 2020, maintenance to the Deep Space Network cut outbound contact with the probe for 8 months. Contact was reestablished on November 2, 2020, when the series of instructions was transmitted, subsequently executed and relayed back with a successful communication message on February 12, 2021. Full communication with the probe were restored after the major antenna upgrade. That took a year to complete. The DSS-43 communication antenna, which solely responsible for communication with the probe, is located near Canberra, Australia.